Hi Gemini, this is Kelly from moonpietarot. This is your general love reading for June 2016. If you would like a personal reading, please visit my official website. The link is below. And thank you so much for all of your support that you have given. Okay, let's get started with your reading. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the World card in reverse. And this is really just kind of the general theme for the month. Because usually this is a card, it's associated with good luck, similar to the Wheel of Fortune, except that the difference is that whatever's going to happen will happen right in front of you. But in reverse, this talks about bumps and bruises in a relationship. Perhaps there is or there has been some boredom, or maybe disappointment, and a feeling of just this relationship keeps going around and around in circles, or your dating life is just you're bored and it's going around in circles and it's the same thing over and over again, and it just seems like things are taking too long. It could seem like that. And it could also show a feeling of where you could be feeling low in your self-esteem, or that you're not feeling good enough for someone. You might not be wanting to date this month. With this card is really just telling me perhaps this month is not a good time for you to be dating while you're not feeling so great about things. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. So in the past or the recent past, we have the King of Rods here, and this is a man or a woman. Generally it's known to be a man, and I'm getting a sense that it's a man, but it could be just someone that you were dating or a relationship that you are in, where this person is just very, very negative. They are not acting very childish, kind of, in a way. They are being extremely bossy. They are being very possessive. They are stomping their feet because they're not getting what they want. And they are just kind of generally just acting very childish, very unstable in their actions, really not, they're not being very solid. It's been hard for you to know where you stand with this person, at least either in a relationship or someone. If you're single, this person may have appeared at some point in your life in the past. And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you have just been wishing and hoping that things would change for the better. Perhaps you were hoping to have a commitment or marriage, or some kind of a proposal for them, or you were just really hoping to have like a coming together, a celebration of some sort with this person. But I don't see that it was really happening recently. Or if you are single, I don't see anything coming forward with this person. If they are to come to you at some point, I just don't see anything. I don't see your needs being met, really. Now, but let me just start with the relationship, people in relationship. So if this is your partner, the King of Rods is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be, but it is someone that you know that you're involved with, whether dating, in a marriage, a relationship, whose energy is very dysfunctional. And you've just been hoping and wishing that things would change and there would be like some kind of a connection with the two of you. But I feel like, because we have the Three of Pentacles here, I feel like there's going to be some kind of talking it out, working things out, and trying to figure out, putting things into place, trying to sort the relationship out and putting things into place. But with the Five of Rods here, I see conflict still. Five of Rods, this card depicts playful energy back and forth, but because of these previous cards and because of this Three of Pentacles thing, I just see it being a lot of work and just trying to put things back together, but there just seems to be way too much conflict right now. You guys just aren't seemingly able to come together in some kind of uniform arrangement between the two of you. Maybe you were hoping to be married, or you were hoping that you and your partner would reach this level of stability, and it just seems like there's just so much conflict, like you're not seeing eye to eye for some reason. And with the Ten of Pentacles here, this is like your ultimate fulfillment. If you don't have children, perhaps you were hoping for a baby to come. I do see the Ten of Pentacles is generally like happiness and happy family and completion and getting to that point. But I feel like because we have the Seven of Cups here, it's still, and it's under the Four of Rods, it's more of just a wish, just wishing and hoping that these things would happen, wishing and hoping that they would come through. But if you are apart from this person, or even if you're still together, the energy coming through is the Emperor, and this person is like ruling your life in a way. He or she, and it's more of a male energy. He or she is really just not letting go for some reason. They may be this person has the potential to be very stable, but for some reason they just haven't been. Okay, this is the Emperor is the Aries card. So with the King of Rods in reverse, well, just the King of Rods in itself is a fire sign. So I feel like this energy with this person is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it kind of confirms perhaps a little more towards Aries. But the Emperor is really just about a man who is very in control, very stable. He runs the show. He demands. He commands. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get what he wants. He doesn't give up. He's just the ruler of all things, and I feel like he's dominating in this relationship with you, and that's why there's a lot of conflict. But like I said, for some reason, he is or was in the reverse. Now, there's a possibility he could come out of whatever this is, because we have it under the Three of Pentacles. So there's a possibility that this person could kind of try to turn himself upright and become the man or woman that this person is by putting in some effort and work. But I feel like there's still going to be a lot of conflict. Okay. But at the same time, now down here we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Rods. Okay. So the Knight of Cups is really about, well, Knights are very, they're aggressive type energy, court cards. But because it's a Knight of Cups, it's more aggressive emotionally, not physically. The Knight of Rods is more physically aggressive. And because this is in a love reading, this could be the energy of your partner and his emotions. He could really just be turning things around and trying to express not his dominance, but more his emotional affection in a more aggressive way. He could definitely turn in that direction. And with the Knight of Rods next to it, he could also, that his energy, because we go from, sometimes I like to think of like the Knight of Rods and the King of Rods in reverse as similar cards. The Knight of Rods is usually very immature. He's young. This person is younger. So when they say younger, it could mean that their actions are that of an egotistical child. So your king or your aggressive partner who's unstable could be trying to get back to keeping control of the relationship, and he could be using it with this emotional tactic or this egotistical tactic. I feel like it's something that I feel like maybe you've been more of a caretaker toward that person, and just kind of like a mother figure more towards them. And all you're really wanting is some kind of a commitment from them. Even if you're married, a commitment towards something from them. It could even be something as simple as, buying a new home together or purchasing some items or whatever it is. And they're just being very stubborn, and they don't want to relinquish the reins in this situation. Okay. They just want to keep control of what's going on in the relationship. Now, if you're single, there could be two people here who are coming forward in your life. Okay. And I feel like the Knight of Cups being under, you could be, this is someone you could be wishing and hoping for, but I don't feel like they're going to be really a positive influence for you, because I feel like they're extremely emotional, and I don't feel like that's something, I feel like there will be a lot of conflict with them. Okay. But with the Knight of Rods, I feel like they could be also coming forward, but it could be something that you are looking for. So if you're a Gemini who was involved with any type of a fire energy in the past, perhaps you're attracting fire type energies, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But I feel like this person could be a little bit younger than you, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Rods younger than you. But it seems like the Knight of Rods is more compatible with you at this present time. And you could be saying, well, why isn't the King of Rods compatible if they're similar? I feel like this King of Rods, the energy is the same in that the King of Rods is equivalent to the Knight of Rods in that he's emotionally immature. But this King of Rods is physically older. This Knight of Rods is physically younger. Okay, so, and for some reason, this person is just showing up in a very unstable way. Now, it could be if someone that you knew from your past, whose energy was like that, they could be coming back to you in more of a aggressive manner. So there's always that possibility as well. I think you're going to have to just play it out and see. But I do feel like this Emperor person, who I feel is this King of Rods, is not going to, for those of you who are involved, is not going to want to relinquish his position in a relationship with you. I feel like I feel like you look up to them, but they may be a little too controlling for you. Okay, so you may need to, kind of settle them down a little bit with your reasoning and your logic, because you are an air sign. So you may need to have communication with them about really what's going on in the relationship and what you need to do, what you both need to do to make this work. Okay, but with the World card showing up here in reverse as the major theme, I just feel like this month is going to be just kind of like, really you just aren't going to feel, it's just going to be around and around. So I don't feel like there's anything except for the Ten of Pentacles showing up. This is a good omen. This is a good sign. So keep focused on that. Okay, if you're in a relationship, and really just try to have a lot of communication. I don't see a lot of communication coming through in this reading, but I believe threes are about communication. So there could possibly be about working on the relationship and making things work and working through the conflict. You'll need to do that to get to this place. And then perhaps your emperor type person will take his rightful position in the relationship. And then perhaps there will be a feeling of camaraderie, that, a feeling of emotional connectedness, and a feeling of maybe starting the relationship over in a new way. Okay, so that's your reading, Gemini, for the month of June. I hope you have a very lovely month. If you need a personal reading, you know how to contact me. All right, thank you. Have a great day.